Imagine a ribbon of asphalt stretching across the American heartland, a symbol of freedom and westward expansion. But by 1941, this iconic road, Route 66, was about to trade its carefree spirit for the grim necessities of global conflict. It would transform from a highway of dreams into a critical logistical artery for a nation mobilizing for war. Before the roar of engines on distant battlefields, America faced its own monumental challenge: mobilization. The attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, thrust the United States into World War II, demanding an unprecedented industrial and logistical response. The nation's infrastructure, particularly its transportation networks, would be tested like never before. Established in 1926, U.S. Route 66, or the Main Street of America, originally connected Chicago, Illinois, to Santa Monica, California. It was a vital conduit for migration during the Dust Bowl of the 1930s, but much of it was still unpaved or poorly maintained by the eve of the war, posing significant challenges for heavy military transport. As the United States geared up for war, the sheer scale of production and the need to move vast quantities of material became paramount. The Army recognized the strategic importance of robust road networks. Lieutenant General Brehon B. Somerville, head of the Army Service Forces, understood that efficient transport was as crucial as battlefield tactics. Route 66, spanning over 2,400 miles, offered a unique advantage. It traversed 8 states, connecting industrial centers in the Midwest to vital West Coast ports and training facilities. Its relatively direct path across the country made it a prime candidate for upgrades to handle the immense strain of wartime traffic. The U.S. Public Roads Administration, under Commissioner Thomas H. McDonald, initiated massive road improvement projects nationwide. While not solely dedicated to Route 66, these efforts significantly benefited the highway. By 1943, the entire 2,448-mile length of Route 66 was paved, a monumental feat completed under wartime urgency. This paving was crucial. Heavy military convoys, laden with tanks, artillery, and supplies, would crush unpaved roads. The transformation ensured that trucks could move swiftly and reliably, day and night, regardless of weather conditions, a critical factor in maintaining the flow of war materials. Throughout the war, Route 66 became a primary artery for transporting troops and equipment to West Coast ports like Los Angeles and San Diego for deployment overseas. Divisions like the U.S. Army's 7th Infantry Division, trained at Camp San Luis Obispo, would often utilize the highway for transfers. Beyond troop movement, the highway facilitated the transport of war production goods. Factories sprang up along its path, producing everything from aircraft components in California to military vehicles and ammunition in the Midwest. This decentralized production model, facilitated by Route 66, was key to America's industrial might. Consider the logistics: trucks carrying raw materials from sources like the oil fields of Oklahoma to manufacturing plants in Illinois, and finished goods heading west. This constant, high-volume flow was essential for sustaining the war effort in the Pacific Theater. The sheer volume of traffic placed immense pressure on the highway system. Civilian travel was heavily restricted, with gasoline rationing and tire limitations imposed to prioritize military needs. This ensured that the Main Street of America served its new, critical purpose without interruption. The military also utilized existing infrastructure along Route 66 for training and logistical support. Numerous Army Air Forces bases, such as Victorville Army Airfield in California, relied on the highway for personnel and supply movements, underscoring its integrated role in the war machine. The highway also played a role in the defense industry's expansion. Towns along Route 66 experienced significant growth as military installations and related industries expanded. For example, towns like Kingman, Arizona, became important staging points and service centers for military personnel. The impact was profound. While the war demanded sacrifice, it also spurred innovation and development. The upgrades made to Route 66 during World War II laid the groundwork for its post-war resurgence as a symbol of American prosperity and mobility, though its wartime role was largely forgotten. The strategic importance of such a highway network was not lost on military planners. The lessons learned from Route 66 informed post-war infrastructure planning, including the development of the interstate highway system, championed by President Dwight D. Eisenhower, who witnessed the inefficiencies of wartime transport firsthand. Consider the sheer volume. During peak periods, thousands of trucks and military vehicles traversed Route 66 daily. This constant flow was essential for maintaining supply lines to the West Coast, which were critical for operations in the Pacific against forces like the Imperial Japanese Army. The highway was not just about moving goods, it was about moving people. Thousands of American servicemen and women traveled Route 66 during their training, deployment, and reassignment. It was a constant presence in the lives of those contributing to the war effort. The economic impact on the towns along Route 66 was significant. Businesses that had struggled during the Great Depression found new life catering to the needs of the military and its personnel. Diners, gas stations, and repair shops thrived, becoming vital support nodes for the war machine. The standardization and improvement of highways like Route 66 also highlighted the critical role of engineering and planning in national defense. Engineers worked tirelessly to ensure bridges could withstand heavy loads and that the road surface could endure constant, high-speed traffic. The war effort demanded total mobilization, and Route 66 became a microcosm of this national undertaking. From the factories churning out war machines to the soldiers embarking on their journeys, a highway was an indispensable element of the American war machine. The strategic value of a well-maintained, transcontinental highway became undeniably clear. It demonstrated the power of infrastructure to support military operations on a scale previously unimaginable for many. This vital artery was not without its challenges. Extreme weather, such as the heavy snows in the Rocky Mountains or the intense heat of the desert Southwest, posed constant threats to traffic flow, requiring dedicated maintenance crews and military engineers to keep the road open. The narrative of Route 66 often focuses on its post-war boom and its role as a symbol of American freedom. However, its contribution during World War II was a critical logistical artery, facilitating the movement of troops and supplies that helped secure Allied victory, is a crucial, often overlooked chapter of its history. The experience of mobilizing an entire nation for war, and the essential role played by highways like Route 66, profoundly shaped American perceptions of infrastructure and national security. It proved that the roads beneath our feet could be as vital to victory as the tanks on the battlefield. As the war drew to a close in 1945, Route 66 began its transition back towards its civilian identity. Yet, the lessons learned, the infrastructure built, and the sheer logistical feat it represented left an indelible mark on American history and its future preparedness. The Mother Road proved its mettle in the crucible of war, demonstrating that even a humble highway could become a powerful weapon. Its story is a testament to American ingenuity and the often unseen infrastructure that underpins national strength. What other seemingly ordinary elements of American life played an extraordinary role in the nation's defense? Join us next time as we uncover more hidden histories that shaped the world.